Hello, there's been a little bit of controversy about the use of interns in the workplace in Ireland in the last 12 months or 18 months, perhaps 2 years. My name is Terry Gorry. I'm a solicitor based in Enfield in County Meath, and in this short video I'm just going to give you 6 tips for employers to do with employing or engaging or using interns in your business. As I say, there has been quite a bit of controversy, and what's one person's great opportunity to gain some valuable experience is another's exploitation of the vulnerable, needy and naive. Well-known internships in Ireland include the FÁS Job Bridge scheme and various other FÁS initiatives. These internship schemes are specifically excluded from the rigours of employment law in Ireland, so I'm not talking about those in this video. I'm talking about an ordinary small private company or business using an intern in the business. Firstly, what is an intern? Well, there's no statutory definition of an intern or internship. The key point for an employer to consider is whether their intern will actually be considered to be an employee or not, because if they are considered to be an employee, then the employment law rights will flow from that, and it could be a difficult situation for the employer. Essentially, an intern is someone who is engaged in a business or profession to observe and gain experience of a particular role, business or industry. Many internships are unpaid, some are badly paid, and some have the payment of expenses, for example travel expenses only. The terms and conditions then of internships vary widely from place to place, but for an employer one of the most important things to ensure and be clear about is whether the intern could be considered to be an employee or not. Regardless of what the parties say, if there is a dispute, a court or a tribunal will look at the facts of each individual situation and decide then whether it is a contract of service, that is an employee situation, or a contract for services, an independent contractor situation. That's in relation to whether somebody is an employee or an independent contractor. However, that same sort of analysis, in other words, looking at the individual particular circumstances of each case, will be applied to decide whether somebody is genuinely an intern or somebody who is actually an employee. If somebody, for example, who was supposed to be an intern could successfully claim that they were an employee, well then clearly they could claim to be entitled to be paid under the various legislation, employment law legislation in Ireland, and they would have all of the other rights to do with holidays, rest breaks, anti-discrimination, equality of opportunity and so on that is in the employment legislation in Ireland. So my 6 tips for taking on interns for employers. Number 1, be fair and transparent in how you take them on. It reflects well on your business and on your company, and it's just a decent thing to do. Number 2, consider having a written agreement setting out the terms of the internship. This document would set out the expectations of both parties, what sort of training and feedback, etc. will be given, and to what extent the intern might be monitored or mentored rather, and so on. Most importantly, this document would state that the intern is not an employee, but that the purpose of the internship is for the intern to learn about the company, industry or specific job or role, and that the intern will not be paid. However, paying reasonable and necessary expenses of the internship should be considered. Number 3, an internship should be short. The longer it is, the more likely it is to involve the intern working and being considered, at least in the eyes of the law, an employee. Number 4, there should be some thought put into how the intern is to learn and whether he will shadow existing employees in various roles in order to learn, and whether there will be feedback and monitoring and so on. Number 5, even though the intern is not an employee, it's good practice to ensure that he is given or she is given a copy of the company staff handbook and its most recent important policies and procedures, for example grievances, discipline, dignity at work and so on, health and safety. Number 6, if the business or if the company, if you as an employer are going to discharge the expenses of the intern, then these should be vouched. Following these tips as an employer will help you protect yourself from a claim that an intern is in fact an employee. My name is Terry Gorry. I'm a solicitor in Enfield, County Meath. You can visit my website employmentrightsireland.com, where I give away a free report called 16 Employment and Law Mistakes that Most Irish Employers Make. It is, as I say, completely free. You simply submit your email or stick in your email in a box and it will be emailed directly to you. Thanks for watching.